Hey everyone, so I'm back again with another video, and first off I'd like to apologize for, my voice right now. Pretty much I lost my voice for a while, and stuff is stacking up here, so I pretty much have to make a video at this point. So I'm going to try to do my best here, but obviously my voice isn't quite back to normal yet, so just bear with me. I'll try to just show everything and not tell as many stories this time around, because for the most part, this stuff I got it for Black Friday. During Black Friday, and over the last few days at a couple of different stores as well. But nothing that was necessarily hard to find, because it's all current gen pickups. In fact, there's nothing that's last gen here at all. They're all pretty much fairly new games and accessories and stuff like that. So I'll start out with the PlayStation stuff. First up, I got a second DualShock 4 controller. It's the blue one, and I actually have it right about there. It's hard to see it, but I was charging it. Next up is a huge stack of games. I say huge because, well, it's about a dozen games or so here. Pretty much that's it. So, all of these, I got them at EB Games, Best Buy, and two of the games I got them at Game Center and Game Mania. So starting out with some Vita games, I got The Walking Dead Season 2 and Final Fantasy X-10-2 HD Remaster. The shitty thing about that, though, is that I forgot that 10-2 is actually a download code, and I got this used. It was pretty much 2 for $20 on these games, and I got that used, and I didn't quite realize that the second game was on a voucher there, and the code has been used, of course. But what can you do, really? As for the PS4 games, everything is in alphabetical order here, so we'll just look at them like that. First up is Dragon Quest Heroes, The World Trees Woe, and The Blight Below. That was the Day 1 edition. A lot of these games, I tried to pick out ones that were limited editions or Day 1 editions, so I could basically get a little bit of extra content. And the majority of these, I bought them brand new. The next game is Evolve, another game I got brand new. Pretty much none of these I paid full retail price for them. They were all discounted somewhat, or they were just used, so the prices were lower than average. Evolve, I got it for $20, but then later I found EB Games had it priced at $10, which kind of sucks, but oh well, what can you do? Next is Far Cry 4 Limited Edition. I'm not entirely sure. I know this just had some added content that surprisingly hadn't been used, so that's a bonus. But yeah, Far Cry 4, and I need to get into that sometime soon. Final Fantasy Type 0 HD, Day 1 Edition, and so far I haven't played this game yet, but it did come with the playable demo for Final Fantasy 15, and I have been playing that, and I really hope Final Fantasy 15 comes out sometime soon, because I really want to play the rest of that game. Next is Infamous Second Son, Limited Edition. Knack, this one here I paid $10 for it. I thought $10 was a decent enough price to pay for that. And the only reason why I really got this was because it was a PS4 exclusive, and I've been looking to buy games that are either PS4 or PlayStation exclusives, or games that offer something extra on the PS4. It kind of sucks that for Final Fantasy Type 0, I got that for $20, but a couple of stores had the Xbox One version for just $10. But I suppose that's because Xbox One stock is definitely higher because not that many people have Xbox One consoles in comparison to PS4 consoles. The next game is The Order 1886. Another exclusive there, but I heard that's a fairly short game. So, at least for the $20 that I paid, it's a fair enough price. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. I like games like this where they're sort of fun, kind of gun games. Not entirely sure what to call it really. I'm almost certain it's supposed to be a third-person shooter with characters based off of the Plants vs. Zombies series. But definitely something like this over like Call of Duty or Battlefield. Definitely something like this I prefer over a more semi-realistic game like Call of Duty or Battlefield. And then the last PS4 game that I got here is Star Wars Battlefront Deluxe Edition. And this one here, I got it along with the console. You've probably already seen that I have a video posted of me unboxing the Darth Vader PS4. And that's the game that was included with it. I have played a couple of the game types in this. The multiplayer is pretty decent. There's definitely lots of people playing it, so it doesn't take long to load up a game. But I prefer the, what's it called? The one game where it's, I believe it's called like Squadron or something like that, where you're either playing for, I always mess this up, for the Rebels or the Empire, and you're in the sort of spaceships flying around, shooting at each other. Those sort of like dogfight games, I particularly enjoy. But even the other game types that are on foot, especially the ones where you have either Luke, Leia, and Han on your team, or Darth Vader, Boba Fett, and Palpatine. That one there I enjoy as well, but I don't know, at least in my experience playing it, I kept getting the same character over and over and over again. I don't know if that's a common occurrence or whatever, but it kind of sucked that I kept playing Leia over and over again. I wanted to experience Han Solo and Luke as well, but I kept playing Leia over and over again. It's supposed to be completely random, but I just kept on getting Leia over and over again. Anyways, moving away from PlayStation stuff, I got a couple of Amiibo. Some Amiibo I'm very happy to add to the collection. I'm not entirely certain if I am going to remove these from their boxes yet, but I'm almost certain that I will remove at least one or two of these for their boxes. First up is Falco. I got this at an EB that actually just had put out their stock of Falco Amiibo, and this was the day after, Black Friday, and they had about 8 Falco there, and nobody was buying them, so I was very happy to find one of those. And actually, I was told by one of the employees there that they even had this other Amiibo. I didn't notice it because there was only 2 of them, and they were much lower down on the wall, pretty much to the point where I didn't really notice it because it was like overlapped by other ones. They got a couple more Shulk in stock, and apparently a lot of EB games actually got more Shulk in stock, so at least they're producing more of them now. There are tons of Amiibo, of course. They're still hard to find, and that sucks. But it's good to see some older ones, not necessarily old, but ones that have been released several months ago, making their way back into stores. Like the Inkling 3-pack for Splatoon. I was very happy to see that one again. Now the other amiibo, the third amiibo that I got is Mewtwo. This one here I found at the EB Games that's near my school. I pretty much was in that exact area to buy some lunch, and I thought while I was there I'd go into the EB, and they actually had 2 Mewtwo's and 1 Shulk, so I was very happy to find Mewtwo, and the pose that he's in, I actually really like this pose, so I'm very happy to have these 3 amiibo added to the collection. So basically that's 3 more amiibo, 1 more PS4 controller, 2 more Vita games, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 9 more PS4 games to add to the collection, bring up my total of PS4 games up to 10. And that's it. As always, leave comments in the comment section below. Again, I'd like to apologize for the nature of my voice. Just right now, like I said, I'm still trying to get over this, but stuff was piling up, and if I let more stuff pile up, this video would have been way too long. I'm also running my 500 subscribers contest right now. The link for the video for the contest will be in the description below as well, and also the description below will be a link to my Twitter, Facebook, and website. Just check them out if you're interested. And I suppose that's it. See ya.